Whatever you may think of the former royal known as the Duchess of Sussex, Meghan Markle, according to all of her close sources and friends, of course, she's a caring, sharing, compassionate person. I wouldn't necessarily think that comes across, would you, when you look at the list of people that come forward and point out, in fact, that they've been ghosted. That's the modern term, by the way, for cut off, friendship groups. The recent one was Millie McIntosh, a reality TV star come English socialite who befriended Meghan just before Meghan got married, but was in the inner circle with Harry, Meghan, and the Soho house set. She recently detailed that the moment things hotted up and the paparazzi came after Meghan over here in the United Kingdom, she was cut off, alongside another person too, who was a bit of a reality TV star. So while people might say that Meghan herself is a caring, sharing person, it wouldn't necessarily be translating in the media that she's receiving. But we can't knock her, can we? The bottom line is, according to a very good source, what she was hopeful for ahead of the coronation of King Charles III, just a couple of weeks ago now, was simply this: for her husband, the former royal known as Prince Harry. As ever, let me explain. Hi, good morning. Nice to see it. Let's have a wave today. Isn't it beautiful and lush and green behind me? I know, just lovely, isn't it? I do like looking. I think this is the perfect time of year, actually, because all the new leaves have come out. The sun hasn't bleached them. The long summer days haven't got to them yet. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I know you're thinking I look a bit wizened. I feel like we feel like that some days, don't we? Do you ever look in the mirror and think, what went wrong? Looked all right when I went to bed. Suddenly now you look like a crumpled mattress when you get up. You think, come on, give us a break. Back as ever to your breaking roll story of the day. This is a kind of a strange story in many respects, because, and this is part of the reason why I wanted to share it with you. We were sort of wondering, weren't we, or were we not, why did Meghan not, in fact, return back here to the United Kingdom, even just as a side guest at the coronation? It did seem rather sad for so many different people. But apparently, according to a very good source, Meghan did have her reasons. And as we now know, Prince Harry was not, as a non-working royal, invited onto the spectacular balcony appearance. Whichever way you see it, you see that's the culmination of big royal events. The senior royals come out on that very famous Buckingham Palace balcony and wave to the mass adoring crowds. It's what we want, it's what we enjoy, and of course, I think the royals enjoy it too. But you see, according to that good source, Meghan felt that if she was not there and people had a problem with her attending, then at some point she felt that the king and senior royals would in fact invite Harry finally onto the balcony. Now, it's interesting, isn't it? Because this is her version of events, and as ever, we have to say allegedly that she's passed on to a very good source. But as I told you, the king was very much willing to invite Harry onto the balcony. The decision purely was his. He didn't want to attend or indeed partake in any sort of festivities without his wife by his side. So this particular PR battle is going to go on and on, because there's their version of events, and then there are the version of events that get told to me by senior palace courtiers. Whichever way you look at it, I do kind of think it turned out to be a rather sad day for the king, because obviously he had one of his sons missing by his side on such an important day. And whichever way Meghan's team wished to spin it, whether she wished to turn up or not, she could have had a word with her husband and said, don't let your father down. But either way, apparently, he wasn't willing to move forward without Meghan by his side. And that couldn't happen simply because she decided to step down as a working royal within the British monarchy. As I often say here on the show, it's a strange, strange situation. Do let me know what you think to this particular story, as ever, in the comments below. Neil Sean, Kensington Park, London.